Hi. Well, tonight we're going to talk about the soul of your style. And it's actually a deep conversation. It's a conversation that's full of mystery and magic and the magnificence of you. And that's what I really want you to get tonight. This is the third in the series from The Power of Business and Style, and welcome. You know, I start every part of this series saying why I do my work, so let me say it again. I do it so that you know and trust your beauty and genius, your choices and expressions. And you can see from having talked about soul vision and finding the heart of your message, and tonight with the soul of your style, that there's a lot about trusting yourself, knowing what expression you want to be, and letting yourself be it. Knowing your genius and working from that place. And obviously, knowing your beauty inside and out. So let's talk. So, tonight we're going to talk about the soul of your style. And this conversation is not just about clothes. In fact, very little of this is about clothes tonight, because next week we're going to talk about the art of presentation. And so tonight is a more general conversation about what the soul of your style actually is, and all the many places that it lives, actually. And so the first one is how you move in the world. So let's think about that a little bit. Do you move quick and light? Do you move more fluid and slowly? Do you move with real determination and fast? Or do you move in maybe a slow, steady, clear way? So look at that for yourself. Now, why is movement important? One of the things that I talk about when we talk about the soul of your style is your natural marketing style, and the way you run your business, and the way you communicate. And when you think about how you move in the world, how you run your business and your life needs to be in a flow with who you naturally are. So that's the first part. The second is about marketing, and I want to talk about that first of all in relation to what I always say, which is marketing is a gift. But marketing's not a gift when you're not doing it from that deep, heartful place of yourself. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there now. There's a lot of online things and about how you're supposed to be, and you better do it this way. Here's what I found. I coach people who are fast, slow, quick, smooth and steady. And one of the things that I always do is make sure that I'm following their natural style and their natural movement, rather than trying to make them fit into what I think they should be. And so that's the first piece. The second piece, and I'll look off again because I really want to get this. I want to talk about websites for just a second. We'll talk about them more next time. But when you know your natural marketing style, when you know whether you love curves, or you like circles, or you like angles, you know, or you like ovals and parallel lines, those things become so important when you're looking at a website. Besides your color, which is why we do color palettes, the way you move in the world, the shape of your face, the shape of your body, all of those places are part of the soul of your style, your natural movement, your natural shape. And they need to be honored and important to you. Not, you know, oftentimes I hear women sometimes when I'm doing color with them or whatever, and they've gone to a hairdresser, and they're, you know, somebody has a lot of angles in their face, and they're, you know, they're not soft and round. They're not soft and oval. And the hairdresser says, let's soften you up. And what happens to that person is they lose themselves. And it's never really beautiful on them because it's not honoring the shape of their face, the way they move in the world. And so we want to make sure that we do that. The next piece of this, communication. What we think is that everybody communicates like we do, and they don't. And I think one of the most powerful things about knowing the soul of your style is finding out the style of your communication, but also honoring the style of other people's communication. So I'll leave that there, but just think about it for a minute, because it's a really important piece. This is about essence versus image. You know, in our world today, there's a lot of, I want to call it, focus on image. How about that? If you don't fit that image that sometimes is in Vogue, I like Vogue magazine, but is not in Vogue or is not online or is not in the stores, then we think there's something wrong with us. And what I want to say is that your essence, when it shines through in your clothes, in your website, in the way you run your business, in the way you move in the world, when that becomes okay with you, it changes your life. That is powerful. You know, one of the things that I learned about myself is that, so my husband's very different from me. And he can sit at the computer for hours and work. And I used to beat myself up because I'm somebody who works for a few minutes and then moves, who works and focuses for half an hour and then I have to get up. Oftentimes, I have to move around a lot in order to be creative. And one of the things, if you don't get anything else from tonight, is I want you to understand that the way you work in your business or your life, when you honor it, when you find out what it is, which we do teach in our work here, it takes it lets you off the hook. How's that? All of a sudden, when you realize that you're somebody who has to move around a lot, that when you're not doing that, you get stuck. When you find out how you naturally move to run your business, and again, your life, it gives you a sense of forgiveness that you may not have had for yourself. And that is very powerful. You know, Helen Keller said a wonderful, wonderful thing. She said, what makes us different makes us extraordinary. And I think sometimes in our world, there's a lot of push to be like everybody else. And what I want you to be is you. You know, at the beginning of this, I was talking about the depth of soul of your style being mystical, or excuse me, I said mysterious, but also mystical, magical, and it brings out the magnificence of you. And that is really important. You know, I want to talk about marketing for just a little bit. I've mentioned a few of these things before, but I want to talk about it just very clearly in relation to marketing. So when I'm marketing, because of who I am, I need to lead with hope and possibility. I'm an idea person, which is great. I love being an idea person. Other people, when they market, need to realize that what they bring is comfort and peace. People relax around them. There's a deep connection, and their marketing needs to reflect that. And that's a perfectly great way to market. The next is somebody who's into results, and that is fabulous, you know. We want those people. And as I said, I think in one of my other parts of this series, everyone creates results. They just do it differently. And the last group of people, they love to perfect. Oh my goodness, my husband, he's a perfectionist. And for him, it works. Whereas I'm about ideas and I want to get them out there and then move on. He's somebody who absolutely, you know, stays there, sticks with it, keeps picking at it until it's perfect. I have a hilarious story, actually. I don't know whether it's hilarious, but it has healed our relationship in a great way. He's a really good writer. And so I used to make the mistake of showing him what I had just written for marketing. And I'm good, I'm just not him. And he would start to take it apart immediately because he would see every little thing that wasn't exactly right. And finally I learned to say, I'm showing you this today so that you can acknowledge it and appreciate it. And when I want him to edit something, I tell him, I'm coming to you so that you can look at this and edit it. And it has transformed our relationship, and I cry so much less. Yeah, I want to talk about one last thing, and that is that oftentimes we are not honored when we're children from our natural selves. People want us to be something we're not. Maybe we jump up and down too much and we're too active, and our mom is not that, and she keeps suppressing us. Maybe we're really quiet and we just are introverted, and mom or dad want us to be more out there and having fun. And I think that one of the most powerful things of bringing people into the soul of their style, the soul of the style of themselves, is that they can relax. They know who they are. They can trust who they are. And they never have to beat themselves up again for their uniqueness. And that, to me, is what makes this work so powerful. I want to read something that is from one of my clients. It was one of the most powerful testimonials I ever got. I'm going to read it. I know I won't be looking at you, but bear with me here. I always thought you had to go by someone else's rules. Beauty, business, you name it. I had to do it their way. What I claimed in this work with you, this was when she came for Dress for Your Future and Natural Marketing Style. What I claimed in this work with you was my kind of power. It's soft power that works for me. I realized I have my own kind of power. I was supposed to be dynamic and action-oriented. Today I got permission to be myself, soft, flowing, and fluid. There's a power in that. I'm no longer trying to be something I'm not. Really, I'm no longer trying to be something I'm not. I have my own kind of power, my kind of beauty. I don't have to do what the designers say. I am my own person. That, to me, is the power of this work. One last piece about marketing, just to kind of complete this. If you are somebody where ideas are the place you love to be, if you are somebody who is incredibly good with details, if you're somebody who is totally action-oriented and creates results all the time and has to and loves marking off your to-do list, if you are perfecting, what I hope tonight gave you was a beginning of giving yourself permission to land in yourself, to relax in yourself, to breathe into yourself, and know that you are absolutely perfect the way you are. Perfect. And the world has been waiting for you because your kind of medicine was the soul of your style. And the world needs that style from you. I'd love to have you come work with me if you'd like, whether it's Dress for Your Future or Soul Vision, Natural Marketing Style and Dress for Your Future, coaching, whatever. You can find me on Twitter, Ann Sagendorph. You can find me on Pinterest at Ann Sagendorph. You can find me on Instagram at The Power Business and Style, and of course the Facebook page, which is The Power Business and Style. And you can also go to our website, which is The Power Business and Style, and it holds both Beyond Business as Usual and Dress for Your Future. And it has been a joy to be with you. I hope that this was useful for you. And next week is the art of your presentation. This next week is about you walking into a room being the work of art that you are. And without saying a word, people absolutely get who you are. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.